Hello and welcome to Lopchit Gaming and welcome to another fast Descendant video. So I have finally managed to adjust Ines to my liking so that she feels very similar to what she was before. In fact, I would argue that she's even better now in some cases. Now the way I've done this is I have changed the reactor and I've changed some external components so that we get more cooldown. And the other change is a slight tweak to the way you play her. Those are the only things that you need to do, and I can promise you, if you try a little bit, you will not notice much of a difference, and you'll get used to this new Ines very quickly, and you'll still enjoy clearing content efficiently. So previously I was using this reactor here, range and crit damage. Okay, so now I have cooldown and crit damage. Again, both those things are purple, but for cooldown we actually don't need anymore. We are already at max cooldown. For crit damage, I could improve it a little further if I get a better reactor, great. If not, I'll try the new changes that they are introducing where we can max out these stats. Anyway, so I've got cooldown and crit damage here. Then we have two pieces of the hunter set. This gives you another 4% cooldown. And with these changes and the existing mods, I'm already at maximum cooldown. We are not even using this perk here. And also, yeah, I have to mention the arcade tuning. So arcade tuning, we are taking this cooldown. And as a result, we are taking MP cooldown, skill power, and we are getting some good MP as well. So we can spam our abilities with the extra MP, I suppose. The only change I've made here to the build from the previous setup is I have dropped the frugal mindset, and I'm now using amplification control so that we keep getting our 7 bounces, which we do get. We were previously using the Slayer set, which increases the skill cost, so the frugal mindset was reducing that a little bit. Now we don't really need that because we are not using extra MP, and we are still getting the 7 bounces with our maximum range. Now, previously, with my old setup, I had 7.7 seconds on my fourth ability. Now I have 9 seconds. This is barely noticeable. Okay. With the first ability, my cooldown was 1.3 seconds previously. Now it is down to 1 second. So it's actually better now. So the only adjustment in terms of playstyle that you need to do is just wait until you can see the enemy before you spam your first ability. That is all you have to do. Okay. So what I'll do now is I will do one of the 400% dungeons and talk you through the gameplay adjustments that you have to make. And I promise you, you will not feel much of a difference. And even if you do, you'll get used to it very, very quickly. All right, here we are. So I'll try and just talk you through the adjustments to the playstyle. We've already seen the build. I'm still using the secret garden with 3 sprint cores, so we don't even have to worry about getting the max speed from our fourth ability. So now we wait for the enemies to spawn, and you can start with your second. Okay, now spam your first as usual. It's an open area. You have line of sight on the enemy. Use your second again because we have such a low cooldown on the second. I forgot to mention our second has a 2-second cooldown. So yeah, you can just use that as well. You can spam both those abilities now. Okay, so now we have some more enemies. Spam your one because you can see them. You can see them, so spam your one again. Use your second just to clear the lot. Over here, drop your fourth. They should take care of these guys here. Fourth ability here, the second stack, whatever you want to call it. And we are looking good. Just use your second. Use your first. Spam, spam, spam. Our fourth is ready. Use the fourth. We don't even need to drop it a second time. We have already cleared everything. Pick up the good loot. Moving further. Over here, let's drop our fourth one over here. One we can drop over there. Use your second on these guys. You can see them, so spam your first. Spam, spam, spam. Use your second to clear a bunch of them quickly. There's only one big guy left here. Use your first to take care of him. Bunch of these guys coming. You can see them. Use your second. You can see them. Use your first. And use your second again. Clear this lot. Use your second again. So you can see here I'm using the second a lot more than previously. spam your first, clear this lot, drop your fourth in the corner, so take care of these guys. Also notice you will take a little more damage because you have to wait until you see the enemy. And we move further. See them, use your first. Spam, spam, spam. And we will use them second over here. See, it's actually working around corners with the second one. Only the first one doesn't seem to go around walls and stuff. Now we have this area here. Use whatever you want, all of your abilities. Second, first, fourth, whatever you like. We'll drop the fourth again. And over here, lots of enemies. Spam, spam, spam. Open area. Have we cleared everyone? Okay, drop the fourth on these guys up here. And we are good. Moving further. Spam your first because we see them now. See them, spam your first. Use your second, clear the whole lot. These guys will take a dose of your first ability. Okay, moving further, we drop our second over here. We can drop it over here, up here, and we are doing fine. Okay, more people spawning, more people dying with our first. Use your second. People over here, use your second on these guys. This area is cleared. Notice with the second ability, we are not worried about line of sight. We can just drop it. It sort of works. And now we have Greg and Ledras in the final boss room. Okay, one for Ledras, one for Greg. Spam your first on Greg. Ledras is gone immune. Roll out this thing here. Drop your fourth for Ledras. Back to Greg. Use your second. Use your first. Ledras is dead. Greg is immune. Drop your fourth. Take care of the minions. And maybe use your third. I think he was already dead before I used it. But yeah, that is how you do this one. Now the Void Erosion Purge is going to get some changes. So I did not test it over there because skills will matter more over there. And I'm pretty sure if you wanted to run Void Erosion Purge with Ines once the change is applied, we should still do just as well. We already saw the devs showing some gameplay for stage 29 with Ines, so you should be fine. As I mentioned earlier, I'm still using the Secret Garden with 3 sprint cores. So, and these are not maxed out. I have 20, 19, and 18. This gives me 1256. If you get 20 in all 3 of them, you will get 1280, very close to the maximum. So you will be more or less running at full speed all the time, very close to it. So I'm more than happy with this. In fact, I think this is actually a little more fun. We actually have low cooldown on all our abilities. 1 second here, 2 second here, 1.5 second here, 9 second here. Plus we have those 2 stacks of the fourth ability. So you could consider this 4.5. And so honestly, in my opinion, just make these adjustments, do these runs a few times. You'll get used to the new playstyle, which is only a minor adjustment. And yeah, she'll feel just like before. So yeah, so I'm very happy with this. I'll be using this. And yeah, honestly, like I said, no real difference in terms of power usage. And in fact, with this external component, I'm only at 136 max MP. So this can go up like more than 20. So we can get almost close to 450 in terms of MP. So you can spam your abilities as much as you want. And yeah, hopefully you have fun. Let me know what you think. But yeah, just make these adjustments. Try to get that reactor. It can take you a little time. It took me more than a week to get 2 purples. But you can see here, we don't even need gold. And once I get the crit damage increased, we'll get a little more power. And yeah, we are good for using Ines like before. Anyway, that's it for this one. Thank you for watching. See you next time.